So who's going to use this computer?
I'm just going to use this one. The master can just advance the slides to match what I have.
You can do it yourself.
Can you take this computer down here?
No.
Okay. Oh, then we can put it here.
This one does not come.
Okay, then we can put it here.
Good morning, everyone. Chào quý vị. We're preparing to go to San Jose, Sunnyvale to do a small talk at Google. Chúng tôi sẽ soạn đi San Jose tới Sunnyvale để nói về thiền ở tại hãng Google. And we came up with a small presentation that many people, the future instructors at Chan can use as well. And chúng tôi có một cái and while we're getting ready, như mấy thầy mấy cô chưa chuẩn bị xong nè. As usual, you should be better prepared than this. You don't make people wait.
I'm sorry.
You may be a master, you may be a teacher in waiting, but you don't make people wait. Okay, you're wasting people's time, and that's an offense. Cái người thầy, mặc dù mình là thầy, nhưng đều mình không bắt ai đợi mình hết. Thì mình bắt người ta đợi mình là mình đang tạo nghiệp.
All right, can we see? Oh, we don't have the...
Turn on the fan. It's kind of stuffy in here. It's heating up.
I'm not sure how to... Is it a presentation mode or something?
That's why you have to go do it yourself first. No, don't turn that fan. Turn the other fan. This is for the incense.
I'm not sure how to get this image on the screen.
You figure it out. You don't wait until right now to find out how to do it. It's a lack of respect for the listeners.
Venerable Sienker, do you know how to get this projecting? No, this one is connected, but it's not projecting. Okay, there we have the image. Okay, good morning, everyone. I apologize. I was not fully aware of how to set up this computer. I should do that all in advance. So I guess I'm here just to rehearse this Google talk, which Master will be presenting for the Googlers on Wednesday. And so I'll do kind of a dry run. And I guess part of the idea is if there's any feedback you want to share with us, feel free to do that afterwards so we can try to improve. Would you like the introduction about you, even though you're not speaking, that we would give at Google, or skip that?
It's up to you. You think do whatever is appropriate.
Well, so when Master is speaking, we will probably have the Googler, Trin, who some of you may know. She will probably introduce Master as just the basics that he has learned his Chan Dharma from Great Master Xunhua, and has been now teaching for over 11 years, has been lecturing on Mahayana sutras and publishing his sutra commentaries, and also has written several books, the Chan Handbook and the Pure Land Handbook, which we have published, and currently has a weekly TV show on Vietnamese television. And he's the abbot and main teacher at Blue Mountain Temple in Southern California. So that's the general introduction, and then we would bring Master out to give the presentation. But today I'll just kind of go through the presentation. And also, I would like to apologize in advance if there are any mistakes that I might make, and I request that Master will correct me if I do so. I do feel rather unqualified and ashamed to be here to speak about Chan, when I feel like myself, I really have very little Chan skill to speak of, aside from being able to cross my legs in the lotus posture for long periods of time. I really do not understand Samadhi. I mean, when I left home over 3 years ago, my hair was mostly dark. Now it's like half gray. So that's a clear sign to my inability to stop my thinking and worrying mind, which is what Samadhi is all about, of course, is being able to stop our thoughts eventually. But obviously I'm not there yet. So please take everything that I have to say with a grain of salt. And as I said, hopefully Master will correct any mistakes if I make any mistakes.
Thầy hiện giới, mặc dù tu với thầy đã lâu năm rồi, 6 năm rồi, 7 năm rồi, nhưng đều vẫn chưa hiểu nhiều về thiền, và cũng không hiểu gì về cái cách dạy thiền. Thành ra thầy ngày hôm nay chúng tôi đang còn cứ coi cái gì, mong cái vị thông cảm cho cái này là giờ để mà nói trình bày về cái thiền.
So Chan meditation is a form of Mahayana Buddhism. There are two major branches of Buddhism. Mahayana is the great vehicle, where Maha is great and Yana is vehicle. So that's where we get the great vehicle Buddhism. And why is it so great?
Thiền tông là cái là chúng ta đang dạy này là thiền tông của Đại thừa. nó khác thiền tông của tiểu thừa.
What is so great about this Mahayana that we practice? It's great in many ways. In one way, it's like Master teaches us like a freeway with many lanes. There's many methods, many Dharma doors that can. It's very broad, so it's very vast and can encompass and reach out to a lot of different people.
Tại sao gọi là đài thừa? Thừa là cái xe để mà chở đi, cái thuyền để mà chở người đi. Đài là cái thuyền rất là lớn. Thì cái thời đài này có thể dùng cái ví dụ như là cái đài là giống như một cái đài xa lộ vậy, rất nhiều cái con đường đi.
And it's also great in its scope, in its goals, because our vision as practicing Mahayana is to save all living beings. So we're not just cultivating for ourselves, but we're actually aspiring to benefit all other living beings. So it's incredibly vast in our goal.
Cái đài này là nhiều con đường đi để làm cái gì? Để có thể cứu độ đủ tất cả loại các chúng sinh.
So we should also explain maybe a few things about what Chan is not. Chan, or some of the is different from, or the differences between Chan and some other these days very common, popular forms of meditation. For instance, mindfulness meditation and metta or loving kindness meditation. Both of these practices they more belong to the Hinayana, which is the smaller vehicle of the two schools of Buddhism. So Chan is quite different in its methodology from these common practices.
Thiền ở Đại Thừa nó khác cái thiền tiểu thừa ở chỗ này. Thiền tiểu thừa cái phải nhận ra là thường mấy cái thầy thiền như cái thiền phương thầy mà dạy tiểu thừa đó, họ dạy về chánh niệm, họ dạy về cái metta. Metta là gì? What's Vietnamese for metta? Anyone know? Dạy về metta, kindness, loving meditation. What's it in Vietnamese? Việt Nam tiếng họ dạy về cái loving kindness. Họ dạy về cái tình thương. Okay? Nó dùng cái chữ thương, cái chữ tình ở trong. Cái đó là họ chú trọng về cái tình cảm mà bên Đại Thừa chúng tôi không có dạy những pháp như vậy.
So briefly, you may be familiar with these terms already, but I can just briefly characterize them. The mindfulness meditation typically teaches us to focus on our breathing, to be aware of our breathing as the object of meditation. And in metta or loving kindness, you'll usually think or imagine sending out thoughts of loving kindness to different groups of people, usually your friends and then strangers and your enemies. And so you'll be kind of doing, whether you're visualizing or just imagining sending out this good energy.
Thì chẳng hạn như chánh niệm là gì? Chánh niệm là bên Nguyên Thủy đó, người ta dạy cái việc chánh niệm. Thường mấy cái thầy mà cô mà dạy chánh niệm thường là dạy cái việc về cái phương pháp quán hơi thở, sở túc đó, là đếm hơi thở. Họ thường hay dùng cái chữ chánh niệm lắm. Okay. So in particular, you have to be able to. It's important to be cognizant of that. The Hinayana meditation teachers repeatedly bring out the concept of mindfulness. Bên Nguyên Thủy người ta chuyên những người thầy mà trong cái gốc đó, thầy dạy thiền mà trong cái gốc Nguyên Thủy đó thì họ chuyên môn chú dùng cái chữ chánh niệm. So you recognize right away whether they teach metta meditation or other things, regardless of whatever methodology they teach, they always bring up the word mindfulness. okay, as the main focus of Hinayana meditation. Cái nguyên thủy đó, họ chú trọng về họ dùng cái phương pháp gọi là cái danh từ là chánh niệm, ok, nó rất là nhấn mạnh cái chữ chánh niệm đó bằng cách quán hơi thở, bằng cách là đi đứng nằm ngồi, whether it's you're mindful, you're breathing, you're mindful, you're walking, you're mindful, you're chewing, whatever, okay, that's all they emphasize. Be mindful. Okay, that the key concept of mindfulness, and that you can recognize immediately that is Hinayana meditation. And cái gì học lớp thiền dùng cái chữ mà chân niên, right? Chinese, right? Chinese mindfulness is chân niên. So the Hinayana, they utilize the word, the concept chân niên. Okay, để chánh niệm nó là cái đó là cái cơ, cái nền tảng của cái pháp môn thiền của họ. Hoặc là dùng cái chữ dùng cái pháp dùng cái chữ meta meditation, là ngồi đó mà quán là gửi đi cái tư tưởng tình thương, thương yêu nhân loại, thương yêu người kẻ thù của mình. Okay. Meta meditation. I don't know what's meta. Translate into Chinese, though, unfortunately. I only read it in the context of the Vietnamese and English. I never read it in Chinese, so I apologize.
The mindfulness meditation is also, it's often referred to as vipassana. That word has also many different uses, but kind of synonymous with the mindfulness meditation. So if you hear vipassana, it's one form or another of this Hinayana practice, which is, all of these practices are very distinct from the Chan.
Thiền minh sát. Yes.
Vipassana is like a part of Hinayana, right? It's Vipassana is a methodology of Hinayana, right?
Yes. Vipassana has a specialized use where it's refers to a lay movement of meditation teachers that are lay people that practice this mindfulness technique. So it's called like Vipassana meditation. If you look on the internet, you'll find Vipassana meditation centers, and it's usually these lay people that have studied in like Burma, and then they come back and they teach as lay people. So it's kind of like this movement of Buddhism, but also within the Hinayana tradition, it just refers to a specific type of, translates as insight meditation.
Vipassana hoặc cái danh từ khác. Vipassana, what's Chinese for Vipassana? Do you know? Does anyone know? Có danh từ khác người ta thường xài là Vipassana. Okay. Vipassana là cũng là nhất là bên nguyên thủy đó họ. It turns out, by the way, Vipassana is also another word, another methodology that Hinayana teachers like to emphasize or teach as well. Okay, and that's also a clear indicator for Hinayana meditation. Yes, sir.
The prior slide, it says Chan is not in caps. It's just, I'm of the opinion that you're presenting this to a group of very intelligent, professional, free-thinking people that may or may not know anything about any kind of religious practice. To me, I would substitute, instead of Chan is not, I would say Chan is beyond mindfulness, mental loving compassion, because somebody is going to take away
He's correct.
A negative association. I don't care about anybody. I just want to get deep into Samadhi.
That's correct.
That's just my opinion.
Yes, it's you're very correct. We appreciate it. Change it to beyond. Okay, we change it to beyond. That's a good point. That's a very, very valid point. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
The emphasis we're trying to point out to you is not to put down others, but to differentiate with the difference of Chan versus the other techniques. So you're correct. We appreciate it. Okay. That's the spirit of this of our Chan practice, is not to put down anyone or to say we're superior or inferior. It doesn't matter, which is different. Okay, but more precisely, we're beyond. Yes, we are a lot more than just mindfulness, a lot more than vipassana. Okay, ông nào cũng nói rất là đúng, đó là nên tránh cái sự chỉ trích người khác, dùng cái chữ không phải thì nó hơi nặng một tí, có vẻ khoai thương người ta, thành dùng chữ là mình nó bao gồm. Okay, nó bao gồm, nó có ý nghĩa hơn. It's encompasses or beyond. It's beyond, a little bit stronger, you know. However, it's more accurate than encompasses. Okay, or includes. Okay. The includes is still confusing. Okay. Anyway, so the vipassana actually is very important. This is where we need to take the time to talk things out and allow you a chance to ask questions, to clarify things. So this is the purpose of this presentation, for you to understand, as well for the presenters to understand more about these the various meditation techniques out there. Okay, vipassana, it turns out to be in Hinayana practice. They say that you practice Hinayana vipassana. That means it's one of the higher forms of meditation techniques in Hinayana. Thì theo cái truyền thống bên Nguyên Thủy đó, thì cái vị thiền quán đó, thiền vipassana hoặc thiền minh sát đó, thì cái đó là coi là cái phương pháp thiền mà cao hơn. Okay. In Mahayana, we don't have such concept. Bên Đại Thừa không có cái quan điểm như vậy. Okay. Vipassana to them is I'm not clear on how they practice vipassana. Thầy cũng không rõ là họ cứ tu vipassana sao. But to say that you only contemplation meditation, that's not correct from a Mahayana perspective. Thầy nói về cái phương diện Đại Thừa, nếu quý vị nói chuyện nó chúng tôi thiền quán không, nó bận không đủ. Because it turns out in Mahayana, their meditation consists of two phases. Trong cái Đại Thừa chúng ta đó, cái thiền nó có hai cái cơ cấu, hai cái giai đoạn. First is stopping, number two is contemplating. Cái hai cơ cấu là sao? Chỉ quan, trừ quan. Okay, in Mahayana meditation actually trừ quan. You look at the Bibles of meditation in Hinayana, like the Srangama Sutra, they will tell you, they spell it out for you. Meditation has two phases, samatha and vipassana. So to say that you do vipassana alone is not correct. So that's why it shows right there that to say you practice vipassana is incorrect from Mahayana perspective. That's why we don't use vipassana. Thì nói về cái Nguyên Thủy chúng ta, Đại Thừa chúng ta mà nói thiền nó có trừ quan, chỉ quán. Okay. Chỉ là ngừng lại, quán là quán. Thì cái thiền nào phải cần có ngừng lại mới quán được. It turns out that you cannot really do contemplation until after you stop. Okay, so to say you only practice contemplation meditation, that's incorrect. Thành ra Đại Thừa chúng ta mà khi vị nói thì chúng tôi chỉ thiền quán thôi á. Ok, cái đó là sai lầm. Tại vì cái quán này á, là quý vị phải ngừng khi mới quán được. Is it clear? 没办法观，你需要先止你的妄想才可以观。Quý vị phải ngừng cái vọng tưởng trước mới có thể quán được. Còn nếu cái vị mà còn vọng tưởng là không thể nào quán được. You see? So because unless you stop all this racing thoughts in your mind, your false thinking we call it, okay? Then you cannot do contemplation. It's not possible to contemplate until you stop all these thoughts that are popping up in your mind. Okay? So that's why Mahayana, we don't use the word vipassana meditation. That's incorrect. Does it help? So it shows you it's very important because you know, now we're bringing chant to the US, back to the world. Bây giờ chúng ta đang đem lại cái thiền tông đại thừa cho cái xứ Mỹ này, thiền tông cho cái khắp thế giới này. You need to make sure we help people understand why we're doing this, why it's beyond, if you will, the Hinayana meditation techniques. Mới cần giảng nghĩa cho rõ ràng cái việc biết tại sao nó khác và tại sao phải cần làm như vậy. Okay. Do you have any questions? No? Okay.
Okay.
So you cannot do, again, you can't really do vipassana the way that the Hinayana, I listened to a few Hinayana vipassana instructors, then the well-known ones. And I realized, I feel personally that it's misleading. They don't understand the process of meditation itself. Okay. Thầy nghe một cái số vị tăng ngoại quốc, những người Việt Nam, whether it's lay people or Vietnamese or Myanmar, whatever, I listen to a few teachers. Thầy nghe một vài người thầy dạy, and thầy nghe cách họ dạy, thầy thấy rằng họ vẫn chưa hiểu cái phương pháp luyện thiền. My personal feeling is that they don't understand the process of meditation yet, because it's very clearly spelled out in our Mahayana sutras. Tại vì cái kinh đại thừa chúng ta giảng cái phương pháp thiền nó rất là rõ ràng. The Hinayana, they don't have it. That's why our approach in meditation training is different, quite different from theirs. Phương pháp huấn luyện thiền chúng tôi nó khác họ rất là nhiều. Yes.
So would you say the stopping part is entering samadhi or increase samadhi power?
The stopping part is that you need to first bring your racing thoughts, your racing mind, to calm it down first. Okay, before you can really do contemplation. When your mind has fewer thoughts, then you can focus your thought on one topic. That's why there are two parts. Thành ra cái chỉ quán nó khác. Những cái chỉ có nghĩa là quý vị phải ngừng những cái tư tưởng nó chạy liên miên trong đầu quý vị cái đã. Cả ngày nó phải vơi cái đã. Khi nó vơi đủ cách vơi rồi, quý vị mới có thể chú tâm được vào một cái tư tưởng, gọi là cái quán. The contemplation basically put your mind on one thought. That's what contemplation is about. There's no magic. It's just you contemplate one thought. How can you contemplate when your mind keep on jumping up and down all these thoughts? Does it make sense to you? Okay. Thành ra quán có nghĩa là cái gì? Quán một cái tư tưởng, một cái đề mục, một cái tư tưởng, một cái đề tài. Mà làm sao khi thì chú tâm một cái đề tài này, cái óc quý vị nó cứ nhảy tưng được. Thành ra nói thiền quán không, nó không có đúng. Okay. So meditation involves first slowing down the mind. Okay. Thành cái thiền trước tiên là mình phải bớt những cái vọng tưởng nó nhảy lên cái đã, nó bớt xuống rồi đó, lúc đó mình bắt đầu quán một cái đề tài. You have to slow down your mind before you can put it on, focus it on one thought, one topic. Okay? So similarly, in the same vein, metta meditation is to me. We don't do metta meditation, and again, I will not bring it up in public because it's called false thinking. Nhưng tôi không luyện là metta meditation, tại vì cái đó gọi là vọng tưởng. I send love to him, I send love to her, I send love to her, I send love to him, I send love to him. You see that? How many thoughts there are? See that? We call it false thinking. Does it make sense to you? The technique is off. We don't do that. It's not good for you. Okay? It's the wrong time to do that. Okay. Thành cái thiền mà nói là thiền metta là cái gì? Gửi tư tưởng. Tôi gửi tư tưởng thương yêu cho ông này, gửi tư tưởng thương yêu cho cái cô này, ôi gửi tư tưởng thương yêu cho thằng nhóc sau kia. Cái đó chúng tôi gọi là vọng tưởng. Một cái tư tưởng nó khởi lên như vậy là vọng tưởng. Mình mới đem nó xuống chỉ, xong mình bắt đầu quán tầm bậy, quán nhảy lại, đi lại cái khởi lên những cái vọng tưởng khác. So you see the process? You slow down, and then you contemplate loving kindness to him, to her. That you stirring it up again, aren't you? Nghĩ thấy không? Mình đã ngừng xuống cho tư tưởng nó bớt suy nghĩ rồi, nhưng bây giờ suy nghĩ thêm tôi muốn thương hết người này người khác, là cái gì thêm vọng tưởng lại, nó đi ngược lại cái tiêu chuẩn của thiền. Okay, we don't do that, we don't teach that. Mahayana, we don't teach that at all. Period. Okay. Yes.
Metta is also part of Buddhism, or where is it?
That's Hinayana. Yes. It's useful when you're angry and so on, and certain application, but we will not teach it for meditation. If you use meditation to conquer anger, there are many ways to use meditation to conquer anger, and loving kindness is not one of them in Mahayana. Thường dùng Metta meditation để mà điều trị cái lửa giận của quý vị, bằng tạo vọng tưởng khác. Nhưng để chúng tôi trên Đại Thừa không có dạy như vậy. Okay, we're quite different.
So Chan also goes beyond Tibetan Buddhism. I think beyond is a good word because, as we say, the Mahayana really includes all of the Hinayana, but it has a lot more, it's a lot broader. So I like that word as well. So Tibetan Buddhism, sometimes it is seen as a form of Mahayana, but the Tibetan Buddhism was heavily influenced by the folk religions of Tibet. So it has a very different flavor to it.
Be careful, you're touching on people, a lot of people who believe in a Dalai Lama. Anyone who are converts to Dalai Lama, they're going to walk out of you on this.
Because Tibetan Buddhist people, they think that they are spirit Mahayana, and it's more popular than.
Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's Mahayana. The less popular it is, the more Mahayana it becomes, you ask me. It's just our opinion. You have to present, this is just our personal opinion.
It's different from Tibetan Buddhism.
Okay, do not. Okay, that's fine. We are not. Okay, you're right. At this time, let's use not. Thank you. See, it helps. Yeah, because at this point here, there's no need to offend the Dalai Lama followers. There are a lot of them. Okay, there's no need. But we are beyond Tibetan. Okay. You ask me personally, we are way beyond Tibetan Buddhism. I would ask way beyond. Thầy nói là mấy ông này cũng giúp ý kiến, nên là mình nói là cái này thiền Đại Thừa mình là nó còn hơn Tây Tạng xa, hơn Tây Tạng. Thầy nói là đúng, cái này chúng tôi hơn Tây Tạng xa lắm, tại cái thiền Đại Thừa nó kinh lắm. Tibetan Buddhism, you ask me personally, they don't have meditation. They don't understand meditation. Đối với thầy đó, cái Tây Tạng họ không biết thiền. You look at all the Tibetan teachings, compared to our Chan teachings, the Chinese Chan teachings. Thì vì so sánh, có cơ hội so sánh những cái lời giáo huấn của bên Tây Tạng với là những cái lời cái sách vở mà kinh điển bên mình dạy về thiền chúng ta đó, là một trời một vực. There's no possible comparison. If you look at our Chan instructions, our Chan teachings, even at a lower levels, it's way beyond the Tibetan instructions of the practice. That's my personal feeling. Okay. Now, when it comes to meditation, the Tibetans don't understand much about meditation at all because it's not their specialty. Tại sao thầy dám nói là bên ta cái đại thiền, đại thông, đại thừa chúng ta nó khác, nó cao hơn là Tây Tạng nhiều. Tại vì Tây Tạng họ chú trọng về cái mật tông nhưng mà chú là thiền tông. They specialize in tantric. Okay? Ta theo mình choan cha chữ châu. Okay? We specialize in meditation. Chúng ta thì chuyên môn chú trọng về thiền. Okay? They start with doing mantras, okay, and ceremonies and those things. We start with meditation. Okay? Chúng ta bắt đầu là thiền. Okay? That's why it's not Tibetan Buddhism. Tibetan Buddhism, because Tibetan Buddhism is not that strong meditation. That is my personal opinion. Okay, it's a factual. You tell me where Tibetan Buddhism excels in meditation. Who excels in meditation? Dalai Lama, excuse me, he does not know much about meditation. Look at his teachings. Nói có bằng cớ đàng hoàng. Tại là Lạt Ma đâu có dạy về thiền đâu. Cái nghĩ lại chứ coi, đâu có dạy về thiền đâu. He does not teach about meditation. In contrast, Master Shen Hoa teaches Chan. Ngài Tiền Hoa ngược lại dạy về thiền. Okay? This is important not in terms of putting down others. This is important for you to learn to discern what is meditation, what is Chan. Okay? Cái này không phải để mà coi thường người ta hoặc là đề cao mình. Cái này để gọi cái gì giúp quý vị để nhận được cái pháp là cái gì? It help you discern, help the Dharma selecting eye, trở phá diện. Okay? Cái gọi là trượt pháp nhãn, cái gì? Trạch pháp nhãn. Là cái gì này nói không phải nói để mà khinh thường người ta hoặc từ đề cao mình, cái nói để cái vị mở cái trạch pháp nhãn, phát triển trạch pháp nhãn người ta trạch pháp tức người ta nhận được cái pháp trở phá. Okay, trở phá gì? That's the first thing you need to learn to have when you meditate. Cái vị muốn thiền thì biết nhận được cái pháp nào. Okay, it's confusing so far because they don't have a clear survey of the meditation techniques. Trước giờ không ai nói chuyện này tại vì họ không dạy cái gì cho cái gì trình bày cái gì rõ ràng tất cả những sự lựa chọn về pháp môn thiền ra sao. Okay, you need to know what these various things so that you select properly which one's appropriate for you. Okay, anh phải biết chọn cái pháp nào mình tu để có thể mình đi tới nơi tới chỗ. Is it clear? Dharma selecting eye. Meaning you select the proper method to get what you want. Okay? That in Mahayana has a starting point of any practice. Okay? In Mahayana, you start first, which Dharma do I practice? Which path do I follow? Đại thừa chúng ta là biết chọn cái pháp nào tu bây giờ. Okay? We don't just say I will select the one that's closest to my house. Mình không có chọn cái chỗ nào nó gần nhà mình nhất. Okay, I will select the one that I just found on the internet. Nhưng tôi không chọn những cái mà vừa tìm được trên mạng. Okay, you pick one that's ideal for you. Phải chọn cái chỗ. If you don't, you bounce from one to the next, right? Mà nếu quý vị không có cái trạch pháp nhãn á, thì quý vị phải thử một thời gian rồi bỏ rồi tìm chỗ khác. You have to keep on trying. That's the trở phá nhện. That's the Dharma selecting eye right there. You say you realize it's not for you, go somewhere else. Okay? That's natural.
So continuing with the benefits of Chan, Chan has a very wide range of benefits, from the worldly aspect to the transcendental aspect. Worldly referring to, say, our kind of goals in the world. We want to be more productive, to be healthy, to achieve our goals. These types of things, Chan can help us do all of these. But then the other end of the spectrum is the transcendental side, which is the ultimate goal of Chan meditation, is enlightenment. Enlightenment, we call it transcendental because we're transcending the worldly realm of our desires and our suffering, and going beyond that to attain true wisdom, something which I can not speak about through any kind of personal experience, but just to present this as the range that we have here. So whatever you wish to get out of Chan meditation, if you just want to improve your health, Chan can help you do that. Or if you have this aspiration to aim towards enlightenment, it may take a while to get there, but Chan is a method that can take us there.
Why do you care?
Why do I care?
Yes. Why do they care?
Or why should they care?
Why should they care?
About enlightenment? Well, the worldly aspect.
Why should they care about, about knowing this about Chan?
Well, I assume most of the Google audience will be interested in the worldly aspect, but some of them may be interested in enlightenment. But I would think it's some interest to them to make the distinction, but I'm not quite sure.
Maybe they know. Why should you care? Yes.
It's better to practice something that has more limited range
in case you decide to become a monk. Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
Oh my God.
So you don't go there.
Tại sao phải nói là cái thiền tông chúng ta là nó từ theo những cái thế gian pháp, là gồm những thế gian pháp giống như pháp xuất thế cho tới cái pháp đắc giác ngộ luôn. Tại sao phải nói những cái chuyện như vậy? Okay. Yes.
I think this is a good approach. It sounds very appealing because Americans are really practical, and if you're talking to business people and technical people, I mean, they're going to find the worldly pursuits, a large majority of them will find that appealing, but then again, there are some that are looking for more, so I think that's a good approach.
Có người nói là về cái xứ Mỹ này thì họ muốn cái mục tiêu nó rộng ra, mục đích nó rộng ra để có thể nhiều người người ta hưởng ứng được. The main thing is that why should you be concerned? Should you be? Why does it interest you? Because it is a wider range than the other meditation techniques. First of all, cái ý của cái tấm này nói là cái thiền tông đại thừa đó, nó cái mục đích nó rộng hơn nhiều, từ thế gian pháp cũng có tới pháp xuất thế, tới pháp giác ngộ nữa. Tại sao như vậy? It's basically for two reasons. Có hai cái lý do. Okay, you may want to add to it because you probably don't remember. Okay, okay. The reason it's important to you is because number one, because of the wider range, you build a broader foundation. Okay, we have the technology. Chan has the technology to build the proper foundation. Okay, so that you build a much better foundation. That's critical in building anything at all. Okay, cái quan trọng thứ nhất đó, nó dạy cái vị giúp quý vị gây dựng cái nền tảng nó rất là rộng, rất là tốt. You will not be able to build the same kind of foundation with the other approaches compared to Chan. Chan is much broader, much more solid, if you ask me. Okay? Cái thiền ở trong tông chúng ta nó chỉ giúp quý vị tạo một cái nền tảng nó rộng và nó vững hơn nhiều. Okay? We don't care whether you are pursuing, doesn't matter you're pursuing worldly pursuit, you want to make more money, You want to, you know, hoặc là nếu quý vị muốn tìm những cái thế gian pháp, muốn làm nhiều tiền hơn, you want to get a promotion, you want to get trying to help you as well as for you to increase samadhi power, quý vị có thể tăng trưởng cái định lực, okay, or up to the point where you want to actually become enlightened as well. It doesn't matter, we don't care. Okay, cái tiền nó hay, đại thừa nó hay chỗ là không cần biết cái vị nhiều mục tiêu gì, chúng tôi đều giúp cái vị xây cái nền tảng. We help you build. We know how to help you build the proper foundation that suits your needs. Thành cái thiền này á, okay. So you all may have different needs, may have different ideals, different goals, and we help you build those foundations that's suitable for each and every one of you. Okay. Thành ra cái thiền tông nó giúp quý vị gây cái nền tảng nó thích hợp cho quý vị, cái mục tiêu của quý vị. That we have the flexibility to do. Okay? Number two is that because we have many more methodologies, many more methods, and much better foundation, you get to your goal a lot faster. Cái thứ nhì là cái vì cái thiền tông nó có nhiều cái nền tảng nó vững hơn và có nhiều cái phương pháp hơn, thành ra cái vị tới cái mục đích, cái vị đạt mục đích cái vị nó lẹ hơn. It is faster. All right? See, you know, even my students can talk to you like this. Nghe học trò chứ thầy cũng nói cái việc này được, thành ra this is we are revealing what Chan is about. The last 11 years, I simply quietly teach you about Chan. And now we're showing you the results of Chan. Trong 11 năm qua, thầy âm thầm mà dạy cái vị cái thiền thôi, không nói gì nhiều hết đó. Okay. Bây giờ lộ cái vị thiết, cái thiền sự sự nó rộng chừng nào và thấy cái kết quả của cái thiền. Okay. What? We do. We don't talk. We produce results. Next.
So Bodhidharma is the founder of Chan, who brought Buddhism from India to China. So he's known as the first Chinese patriarch.
It's not a Chan. You have to say Bodhidharma is a founder Chinese Chan. Chan existed in India already.
Chinese Chan.
Ngài Bodhidharma là vị sơ tổ của cái thiền tông người Hoa.
So yes, I guess the Chan teachings are the original. They're the teachings taught by the Buddha. That just the Chan is the word that the Chinese used for this type of practice. And so Chan Buddhism is also the father of Zen Buddhism. Zen is much more well known in the West today. Zen comes from Japan. In fact, Zen is just the Japanese pronunciation of the same Chinese character, Chan, which we have in the background. You can't quite see it in this slide, but that's the character, Chan. However, Zen is also, we should distinguish it from the Chan teachings, because the original Chan in China, only parts of that were really transmitted to Japan. In about the 12th century, there were several Japanese monks that went over and they studied in China and then brought some of the Chan teachings back to Japan and founded their own schools of Buddhism and of Zen. But many of those monks they only took portions. They did not necessarily study for that long in China. And then when they brought portions back to Japan, it also got influenced by the Japanese culture. And then when the Zen came to the West, even more was left out. So even smaller portions of the original Chan teachings made it to us here in the West as what we know as Zen.
Zen là mấy ông sư người Nhật qua người Tàu ba bên Trung Hoa học 2-3 năm gì đó xong rồi đem về Nhật gọi là chữ gọi Zen. Chứ thì ra họ chưa học thiền tông đại thừa tới nơi tới chỗ. In other words, Zen doesn't quite Zen is actually a subset of Chan only, he asked me. Okay. Thiền của tông của Nhật á, nó thua thiền tông đại thừa của Tàu xa lắm. This is a small subset. How can you learn something in 3 years? Là quý vị có thể học cái gì mà 3 năm học được? You think you can learn something in 3 years time? Nghĩ quý vị bỏ 3 năm cuộc đời mà đi học một cái gì mà học tới nơi tới chốn được hả? Your PhD, how long does it take?
PhD is 7.
Yeah.
Average is 10 years.
Yes.
To a good school is 10 years. Yes?
Would it be helpful that he mentioned that he practiced under Chan for many years?
No.
No?
Later.
Later.
Okay?
So, but Zen does introduce a lot of people to Buddhism, and for a lot of people, that's just the amount that they can kind of assimilate. So it definitely has its place.
We don't want to emphasize Buddhism. This is not about Buddhism. It's about teaching you meditation to help you out. We don't care are you Buddhist or not Buddhist. It doesn't matter to us. Chan doesn't discriminate, or are you Buddhist or Catholic or agnostic or atheist, whatever. We don't care. Meditation is beneficial for everyone. Okay, so we don't need to emphasize Buddhism.
So our style of Chan teachings were transmitted to us by the great master Xunhua, our master's teacher, who came in the 1960s to the US and began teaching in Northern California. He is the 9th patriarch of the Weiyang Chan lineage and successor to Venerable Master Xu Yun, the 44th patriarch since Shakyamuni Buddha.
When you introduce words like this to the people, you need to give them a reference point. Why do we mention Weiyang? Why is it important to them? Why do we mention Xu Yun? Why do you mention patriarchs at all? Okay, don't waste people's time. You don't introduce the words unless it's important, should be important to them.
Mm-hmm.
The Chan, if you understand Chan at all, then you understand the importance of the lineage in Chan. Cái thiền tông đại thừa chúng ta nó chú trọng cái dòng. Okay, that's a very distinctiveness of Chan is that we emphasize lineages. Cái thiền tông nó rất là nhấn mạnh cái dòng. Okay, that's another distinctive characteristics of Chan. The Chan teachers who understand always emphasize where it came from and their lineage. Những cái người thầy thiền sư mà hiểu sẽ chú trọng cái dòng, because it's a certification. That's the proper technique. Thành cái dòng đó là nhấn mạnh cho quý vị biết là cái phương pháp này đúng trong cái dòng đó. Okay. And it turns out that that's a distinctive characteristics of the Chinese Chan. Cái đó là cái sự khác biệt, cái đặc sắc của cái thiền tông người Trung Hoa. Okay, the Chinese Chan has 5 major lineages. Cái thiền tông người Trung Hoa nó có 5 cái dòng chính. Okay, and Weiyang is one of them. Thì cái dòng quy ngưỡng đó mà cái thiền chúng ta của ngài Thiện Hóa truyền qua là từ một trong 5 cái dòng đó. Okay, he got certified by his predecessor, Master Xu Yun, who was very famous to the West, who is a patriarch in 5 lineages. Okay, Anh cái ngài Hư Vân đó là tổ đời trước đó là xác chứng nhận cho ngài Tiến Hóa là cái tổ của dòng Quy Ngưỡng. Ngài Hư Vân là được làm tổ của 5 cái dòng tất cả. Okay, 5 cái dòng đại thừa. Okay, so the technique we learn is actually is from this particular lineage called Weya. Cái phương pháp chúng ta luyện là cái phương pháp Quy Ngưỡng. Okay, it's very clear. And not only that, so Master Yu is very famous, and not only that, they also important characteristics of a Chan we practicing at our temple is that our teacher is actually a patriarch of Mahayana as well. Not only a patriarch of Chan, but also a patriarch of Mahayana, Orthodox Bodhidharma. Cái đặc sắc khác của cái thiền tông chúng ta mà tu ở đây ấy, là nó xuất gốc từ ngài Tiến Hóa, là không phải chỉ một cái thiền sư của dòng Quy Ngưỡng không, mà cũng là một cái tổ sư của của chánh pháp đại thừa. Okay, this patriarch lineage, they certify each other to be able to have the capacity and the wisdom to pass on, to train the next generation. Cái tổ sư, cái dòng tổ sư là ý nghĩa dòng tổ sư có nghĩa là cái gì, những cái người này nó được xác nhận làm tổ sư là họ có cái khả năng, có cái khả năng để mà huấn luyện đời sau. Trách nhiệm họ là truyền cái pháp môn thiền tông này cho đời sau. Okay, so we learn that from him, from a patriarch. All right.
So yeah, I guess that's relevant because we know we can trust these teachings are going to guide us in the right way, that they're correct. So I'll move a little bit quicker here because it's already 11 o'clock. This is Lu Mountain Temple, which you're all familiar with. We're buried in a residential neighborhood, so you can almost not tell that it's a temple if it were not for the Buddha statues that we added out front. But
and the energy coming down the street.
For those who can sense that. But that's part of the way that we practice Chan, where our teacher, Master Yonghua, is more interested in teaching, in building people and building our characters and our samadhi power and our virtues, rather than building temples and big, grand, fancy buildings.
Recently, yes.
But the people first, the priority, we have to have the people, because a building without the people is just a hollow structure. So we have to have the people to fill it and man other places before there's any sense.
Actually, one of my disciples, long-time disciples said, Master, you got to get a very big and nice temple because I'm so embarrassed. My friends ask me, how come you go to this tiny temple? You deserve better than that. Dạo này thầy trong kiếm chùa khác mà lớn hơn tí, người ta cười thầy, nó tại sao thầy bon chen, thầy nói bon chen tại học trò thầy nó đòi thầy phải bon chen. Tôi nó mắc cỡ tới chùa lâu quá, 7-8 năm thầy tới chùa nó xấu quá. Họ mắc cỡ quá, họ nói mà thầy cũng kiếm cái chùa lớn chắc họ bỏ thầy đi. So I take it as a last warning. If I don't upgrade to a bigger temple, I will lose quite a few long-term disciples. Okay, move on.
So this is a PowerPoint, so maybe I converted it funny.
Oh, you converted to a PowerPoint?
Yeah, I'm using PowerPoint right now.
Why do you convert a PowerPoint?
Because you just do a Google direct link.
See, this is the thing. You have to do the dry run first. You don't experiment with me right here behind you.
Yeah.
You embarrass your great master. That doesn't go over very well.
I'm sorry.
See, I just promoted myself to great mercy. The subtle things we do in Chan. How can you laugh? Yes. Yes, in.
More updates. Okay, sorry.
Yes, in.
Question is trying to convert it from a regular PowerPoint to an online PowerPoint version, or is it going to PowerPoint to the Google Docs?
It is a Google Doc, but I used it as a PowerPoint on my computer when I downloaded it as a PowerPoint.
I think if you look straight from the online to the link, then it will look the same way.
Yeah.
And then all the updates are instantaneous.
I think it's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, we just.
Yeah, I should do that, I think. Okay, sorry. So this is pretty self-evident in introducing all of you and Blue Mountain Temple, our programs. Since we're short on time, I think I'll just go to some of the later slides, if that's okay.
He doesn't have the latest slides, does he?
I have,
It's on that desk.
no, I mean, I have,
Does he have the latest?
or you want to connect to the Google? The content, this content should be the same, it just may be formatted a little funny.
Arrange the pictures in the room.
Uh-huh.
So if you go to the here, and go, can we go to desktop?
Yeah.
Sorry. Where was that Chrome link?
There,
Which one was the? Oh, this is your.
This
what's
is
the
that,
last-
yeah.
And where was that Chrome?
I don't know.
It was on desktop. Did we remove? This is lecture account. Is this lecture account?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Desktop.
why don't we just finish what we do?
Well, I can keep talking, I guess. So well, you're all familiar with the programs here. We have the weekend program, Chan, Sunday Buddha recitation, and our intensive Chan Chi retreats, where we do sitting from starting actually at 3 in the morning all the way to 12 at night, full day of sits. So that's the really kind of rigorous Chan practice that we've inherited from the patriarchs, this method for making progress in a short period of time. Okay, great. So here we have the proper pictures. We can see some more photos of Blue Mountain Temple. And so why do our students practice Chan? Why do they come? Why would they even consider meditating from 3 in the morning until midnight? Here we see some more photos of the students at Blue Mountain Temple. So the reason that people come to study here under Master is because of the improvement that they see in their lives, that the benefits that they get from the intensive Chan practice.
No, you must do it from 3 in the morning to midnight, okay?
So here we have our own Mary Jo and Jim as two.
Who went through the 3 in the morning to midnight, according to his message.
But these are two of the recent members who've been joining us here. Obviously, everyone knows that we have Mary Jo and Jim as I guess both working as psychologists and therapists. Commuting, they actually commute every weekend from San Diego to LA because they feel that it must be worth their time if they're willing to drive 2 hours each way to get here. It's because they get some benefits out of coming. And so they actually feel their energy and productivity have increased. That's for Jim, and he mentions not feeling as hungry at the end of the day, that he's not using as much energy to do his work, better able to deal with the negativity of his clients. Another example here, we have Shana. Oh, yes, do we have a comment?
On that third point, I think you need to change the tense on feel. Not, you need to change it to feeling hungry by end of day.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I can work on the grammar of that a little, make it smoother. Yeah.
Okay, make a note. Don't take notes.
Make a note over. So Shauna is another one of our members who has been coming for about 5 years, practicing Chan with us for about 5 years. And she is the founder of her own company, Bodhidharma Incorporated, selling different kinds of healthcare and skincare products. And she, through her Chan practice, has been able to improve her business. Actually, she mentions her business improving even though she's working less hours, somehow, managing that. And on top of it, resolving some major personal issues and having real improvements in her personal life. She was so inspired by her own improvement that she decided under Master's guidance to begin teaching. And so she's founded the Chan in the Park, where she teaches classes, Chan classes out in the park. And actually, when she travels around the country to her trade shows, she'll set up little Chan classes at yoga expos or other locations. I think we have more picture of Chan meditation in the park. So we have the yoga expo on the far side. So bringing a lot of people, exposing them to the teachings of Chan meditation. And then some of those people are also then coming back to study with us at Blue Mountain Temple. So Chan training, more about what we can all expect from Chan training is we're getting personal guidance, how to, you can see here, ultimately become a better person, to improve, become more virtuous and happier, or happiness may be a tricky word, as you all know. Actually, the later slide will address that a bit. But on a simple level, we become more at ease, and we better able to contribute to society, to do our role, whether it's our job or however we are participating. And I think that's okay as far as a phrase. So why is it, how is it that Chan has all these benefits? We've heard about it, having benefits, but what are some of the nuts and bolts behind the scenes? So what we have on two levels. Chan helps us on the physical and mental levels. Physically, as we sit in meditation, we sit still, our body, our chi flow will naturally increase. Now, qi is a concept from the Chinese energy. If you go to an acupuncturist, they will put some needles in your body where they stimulate the qi energy flowing to certain areas. And the Chinese principle of the Chinese medicine is that our illnesses are caused by blockages in our qi flow. So certain areas, the qi does not flow well, the blood does not flow well there, and then illnesses can invade and cause all kinds of problems. Yes.
I have suggestion that we don't use the word concept because people don't think it's real. when I talk to people, chi is like already there. It's, and then you can experience it if you meditate. But if you say concept, people will think it's like, it could be nothing. And people think
I see, yeah. We can just say chi is the energy that flows in your body.
He's explaining it, I think, really well.
I think so too. I think most people know what chi is.
I think your explanation, you should stay with it.
Yeah.
Well, it's using concept, the word concept.
What concept?
Who do you see concept?
Where do you see concept?
No,
Where do you see it there?
I said it's a concept that comes from Chinese energy, I think, right? Or something like that. Chinese medicine. So, but the basic idea that as our chi flow increases in meditation, it will improve our overall health and well-being. And the one really powerful point about meditation is that we don't have to know where we have problems or what the problems are. If we wait until we have symptoms, until the doctors can measure that we have a cancer, that we have some problem, it's already almost too late. It's developed to a very significant stage, and it can be very difficult to fix it at that point. But with the meditation, we might not know what's going on, but the chi flow will naturally find areas that are blocked. When we meditate, we'll often feel pain. The pain can be where the chi is stuck, and it's, as we sit, it starts to push through and break through those blockages. So we can resolve a lot of these health issues before they get to the stages where they're so serious or where we even notice them. So kind of cut them off before they are able to develop and become that serious. So that's one of the real benefits of Chan. And then on the mental level, the goal of our Chan practice is to improve our concentration power. Concentration is, as you can see here, is also known as Samadhi, which is a word that comes from Sanskrit. The original etymology of the word, I was looking at it, the sam, S-A-M, is like together, a means like toward, and di is like mind or intellect. But it's sort of like a collecting, gathering together, where we talk about trying to become single-pointed, so our mind, we get quiet down or eliminate our scattered thoughts that are going this way and that way, and being able to focus our mind and our thoughts on one object. So as we train in Chan, naturally we develop our ability in Samadhi, and our skill will naturally improve. And this Samadhi power is coupled with an increase in chi flow. So as our Samadhi improves, chi flow naturally is stronger. We can go to the next slide here. The Chan, in this way, Chan is able to maximize our well-being, productivity, and creativity, especially with the stronger chi flow, or in the improved concentration, as we discussed the well-being, the physical health part, but the productivity is, as our thoughts can quiet down, become more still, we can concentrate better. It's natural we can be more productive. And we have a concept in Chan known as outflows, that our thoughts are like leakages. They're scattering our energy this way and that way. We're at work trying to attend a meeting, but our mind is at home thinking about what we have to do when we get back, about the kids, about all sorts of other things that are only distracting our energy and making it harder for us to do the job that is at hand, the task at hand. So as we minimize these outflows, our Samadhi power is stronger, with less scattered thoughts. So naturally, we're able to function more productively. And then creativity is another aspect that comes out, because we all really fundamentally have the same the same mind, the same core nature. So we all have the creativity of the Picassos and the Mozarts and these great artists. We have that buried within us, but we can't access it, largely because of this mess of chaotic thoughts that is going through our mind.
Don't go there.
Don't go.
You're overreaching. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not creative yourself. What are you doing talking about Picasso?
Okay,
It's
yeah.
idiotic.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just trying to mention points that I'd remembered Master talked about.
No, you don't talk like that. You're making conjectures that's not based on facts. Này cũng giảng thêm này để dợt cái này để thầy cũng dợt cái dùng cơ hội để giúp họ dợt để họ tập nói trình bày về cái thiền tông đại thừa cho họ biết. Anh thấy đang dợt họ cái gì vui lòng hoan hỷ một tí. Move on. That's not how you creativity is basically, go to the next slide.
Okay, so just leave it that your creativity increases with your samadhi level. And then, so finally, this slide just gives you a little bit of a sense of the detail with which the Chan teachings discuss and describe samadhi levels. There are 8 basic levels of samadhi. So you can see in this pyramid that most of us are at the bottom, which would be considered zero samadhi. We're in this desire realm. It means our minds are pulled around, pulled left and right by the desires that we're constantly chasing after. So we have very poor ability to focus our mind on one thing. And then the 1st through 4th levels of samadhi are also known as the 1st through 4th dhyanas. So those are synonymous. It could be called the first 4 dhyanas or the first 4 samadhis. So as you go up in this pyramid, basically the trend is we're having less and less thoughts. And we transition from, in the desire realm, we seek happiness. Where happiness, according to the way like our master teaches us, is actually another form of suffering. That happiness always coupled with the kind of the unhappiness that comes when we don't get what we want, don't get whatever it is that makes us happy. So that's a limited approach. And then once we get into the realm of samadhi, there's more of this peace and bliss that comes from samadhi is different from the worldly happiness in that it's less dependent on the externals. It's more something that we find within ourselves through quieting the mind.
Okay, let me try to summarize it for you because we're running out of time. Hết thì giờ để cúp ông này. Basically, what the way we teach Chan is personal attention to each and every one of you. Nên cách chúng tôi dạy thiền cái vì là giúp đỡ từng cái cá nhân. Okay, it starts out with you determine what you want. Okay, what you determine what your goals are. Okay, and you want to practice Chan, then we will commit to help you. Okay, and đại khái khi mà thiền, that's what happens to our Chan classes. And the reason that people stick around is because they decided that they have clear goals on what they want to achieve, and we can help them, guide them individually. That's what has been happening the last few years. Yes or no? Okay, it's personal guidance to help you get what you want. Okay, So that's the emphasis in the way we teach chant. Cái thiền chúng ta dạy là chúng tôi nhấn mạnh là giúp đỡ từng mỗi cá nhân, mỗi người. Okay, if you clear on what you want, then we can have a chant training regimen to help you get what you want. Okay, you want to go your own way, that's okay too. Okay, có những người ta tới ta muốn ta tự ngồi thiền đấy, không có vấn đề gì hết. Có những người ta muốn ta có mục tiêu rất rõ ràng thì chúng tôi sẵn sàng giúp đỡ quý vị để hướng dẫn quý vị để mà tu. Okay. With that kind of personal attention, our students usually get to the results a lot quicker, get to their objectives a lot quicker. Với cái sự chú ý về mỗi cái cá nhân như vậy thì những cái người đã đạt những cái mục tiêu của họ lẹ hơn. Okay. It's no different from the traditional way that chant was traditionally taught. Trước cũng như vậy thôi. Okay. Traditionally, the chant patriarchs would give individual attention to the students as well. Ở đời xưa, các vị tổ sư cũng dạy từng người như vậy. Okay. And so no matter how big we become, we will always try to give individual attention. Bây giờ có nhiều người bao nhiêu, chúng tôi cũng cố gắng giúp từng người. That's why we have people training to become instructors and so on, because people, as you look at this slide here, the people have different levels, and then the objective is to help you move to the next level. The improvement is next level. Cái tiến bộ là mình tăng lên cái định lực tiếp sau cao hơn một tí. Okay. So the improvement is real. It's not about words at all. It's not your mouth, talking with your mouth, making promises, presenting you these concepts, these throwing ideas into you. But the improvement to us is real. Improvement in chant is measured in terms of samadhi power. If your samadhi increases, then you get a lot more benefits out of chant. That's what we try to do. We try to help you increase your samadhi power. That's the bottom line in chant. Cái thiền tông cuối cùng ấy, chúng ta dạy là chú trọng là nhấn mạnh là giúp quý vị tăng trưởng cái định lực. You can choose to come to our chant class and come and enjoy the peace and bliss and the relaxing. That's not a problem. But there are some individuals who are more aggressive and they want to do this, want to do that. Our chant actually you can then be put on a more ambitious program, a more rigorous program to get there quicker. Okay. Cái thiền tông chúng ta, nếu quý vị có những người mà muốn có những mục tiêu rõ ràng thì chúng tôi cũng có những cái có những phương pháp để giúp quý vị tới cái mục tiêu nó lẹ hơn. Okay. It's on the individual basis. It's not forced upon you at all. Okay? And it's a lot more beyond this. But is there a final slide up for this or not?
This is the final slide.
No, it's not.
Oh, I see this one was not on mine. The chant spirit, to do something that you cannot do, to do what you cannot do. So I guess
what we found out in the past 11 years is that all our students stuck around because they improve. Improving meaning that they are able to do things they could not do before. Thiền tông chúng tôi 11 năm qua, học trò ở lại tu với chúng tôi tại vì họ càng ngày họ càng tiến bộ. Tiến bộ có nghĩa là lúc trước họ làm được, bây giờ họ làm được. It's not imagination, it's not imaginary. Actually, you actually improve physically, mentally. Thành ra cái sự tiến bộ nó, cái cơ thể quý vị khỏe mạnh hơn và cái óc quý vị nó cũng tiến bộ nữa. Okay? Concrete benefits. All right, that's all we have for chant. Thank you for your suggestions. Cảm ơn quý vị đã nghe và đã giúp đỡ những ý kiến để chúng tôi trình bày cái này tốt hơn. Yeah. Okay, so this is the general chant presentation we have for the people who want to, introduce chant. Okay, you can use this presentation and use your own, from your own slant, your own perspectives. Okay. Okay, thank you. Let's go to lunch.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Mời quý vị dùng trưa.